man came in earlier on and told me that he'd never had any encounter with the Hare Krishnas before. So I spent ages thinking what I would say for his benefit, and then I found out he left. But he had his moment. Says in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Shastri Koi, Lavamatra, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Siddhi Koi. Sadhu Sangha, the association of pure devotees. Just one moment's association with a pure devotee bestows all perfection. And I have that photograph you might have noticed when you come into my house. It's Gurudev meeting my dad. And Gurudev gave him a lot of meeting. My dad had never met Gurudev before, and he came all the way from Kent up to Birmingham. And it was a wonderful moment, and it was just captured, the photograph, that moment. And my dad was about the same age as Gurudev. He was born in 1923, Gurudev 1921. But my dad had also spent World War II in India for 3 years, 1943 to 46, in the last days of the Raj. And he came back with a photograph album with pictures of Shiva Babas with dreadlocks down to the floor, and Radha Krishna deities even, and all sorts of extraordinary pictures. Anyway, Gurudev treated him in his usual beautiful way, with great kindness. And and my dad knew a few words of Hindi, and they had a little exchange. And then I think my dad got a bit overconfident, and he said, "Oh, you've got a nice job." And Gurudev smiled and said, "Yes, and I'm much happier than you." And I shut him up. But it's a beautiful moment. One time in the Mathura, Gurudev said, "Gather up all the fractions of love that you have for your family, friends, society, cats, dogs, fish, everyone, everything, and give them all to me. Gather up all the fractions of your love that you have dissipated in so many different directions, and give them all to me." I just thought, that's so extraordinary. Who can even say that? Don't love anybody else. All the love you have for everyone else, give it all to me. And then, just to confuse me, he said, "Love everyone." Hang on a minute. That doesn't quite make sense. I think in the Bengali it's sab pyare koro, if that's correct. I'm not big on Bengali. I think pyare is the love, sab is everyone, koro is the imperative. You must do it. Love everyone. And I was thinking, well, how do you love everyone then? If you've given all your love, that you may completely confused me anyway. So I meditated and prayed on it, and just kind of realised that, oh yeah, there's this analogy. If you water the root of the tree, automatically the whole tree is nourished. So Gurudev is the root of the tree. The root of everything, actually. And by giving him our love, that automatically everyone else is nourished. On Gurudev's last morning walk in Europe, we were walking along, he walked along the pier in Italy, and I remember one brahmachari said to him, "Gurudev, how can I know if I'm really serving you?" And Gurudev stopped in his tracks and looked at him, quite astonished really. He said, I didn't know what I was going to say, he said, "You'll be happy." I thought, oh yeah, that's a bit obvious, isn't it? But actually, that's how you can know. Perhaps we can imagine that we're happy, but these last few days I've been seeing a lot of very, very happy people. Because so many of you serving Gurudev and all the Vaishnavas so nicely. We have such a lovely team here. It's just amazing when everyone comes to the house, and it's quite magical how all the cooking and all the different services get done, and how so many people fit into the house. I don't know quite how it happened. It seems to magically expand. We had this number of people, and probably about another 20, for a wedding in a room about a quarter the size of this. I don't know how that happened, but very beautiful. I'm going to run out of things to say if Bob Maharaj keeps asking me to stand up and speak. So, once you go through upavasa and the
Portuguese. In Portuguese.
In Portuguese. Abbiamo mirando sia grande ma sia Shakirun di Punjena Kasmai Sri Namaha. Today, very auspicious day. Today is Ekadashi-tithi. Ekadashi is the mother of devotion. Ekadashi-tithi, Bhakti Janani, is the birthplace of Bhakti. We follow Ekadashi because Ekadashi give a lot of blessings. There is a pastime that Narada Muni came with Krishna to the hellish planets, and Krishna was on the hellish planets. I think I missed up the pastime. But Krishna was there, and Krishna was listening the lamentation and cries, and that people suffering. And he asked Yamaraja, he asked, what is that? And the Yamaraja is the souls who commit many sins. They come into these hellish planets to suffer the reaction of their sins. And then this is that. And then Krishna manifested a lot of compassion hearing that. And then from his compassion mood, from his own body appeared one lady. And then she came to him in front of him and said, how can I serve you? And then Krishna said, okay, you we come to the material world in every 11th day after the full on the new moon, and then you will have the living entities. Or you name Ekadashi, and every person who celebrate this day, to follow this day of your appearance, will be purified. That way you will help the jivas, and then they will stop suffering. Well, an easy way, Krishna is finding an easy way to help the living entities to suffer the reaction of many sins. Because this day of Ekadashi, this day we fast for, I don't know, for maybe someone you don't know, from grains or cereals, these things. And the main thing in this Ekadashi, we try to keep our mind fixed in the glories of the Lord, chant the holy names, these things. And then in that way, the sins we have committed will be clean. Yeah, we will be clean. And then this give a guarantee to us to not go into hellish planets and suffer the reactions. This morning, Srila Vaikhanasa Maharaja was explaining about, he was explaining something from the hari-katha he gave yesterday about what is siddha pranali.
And if you put the caption on
and
the
then he
top,
was explaining that the siddha pranali is like Trinada Pisa Nishena, Tabala Pisa Hishina, Amanina Manadina Kirtan Salahari. It means a person who is more humble than a grass on the street, the step of everybody, more humble than that, more tolerant than a tree. The person who is ready to offer respect to everyone has not expected any respect for himself. That person is a person who is in the path of perfection. And Maharaj is explaining that in this Shiva Mahaprabhu manifests this verse. And Srila Rupa Goswami explained that in another different words, he said, Bachovega Manasakrodhavega. And the Maharaj is explaining the different ways that we can attain our perfection. And then he was telling also that for the person, for example, he was explaining what is the different moods when the person attain perfection,
So it's long,
the different levels, faith, sadhana, association with saintly persons, sadhusanga, bhajana kriya means the practice of activities for attaining this perfection, anartha-nivriti, when the person becomes free from undesirable things in the heart. Nista, after that, Nista comes, means the mind becomes fixed in the goal, and Ruchi, taste comes. And gradually all this development until reach Prem, which is, Prem means pure love of God. That pure love is not, this body is not, can contain, understand? And then telling all these different moods, and after attainment of the perfection of it happen, how the moods will manifest. He was explaining many beautiful things that is very difficult to repeat. But the main thing he said, we need to go, for example, in the transcendental world, the manjaris are trained. The person who entered in the transcendental world, they go gradually in the process. Now we are in the process of learning. We are under the guidance. Every activity we do under the guidance of our Guru and Vaishnavas, following the dictations of the scriptures. We don't do nothing we do independently. Means I want to do this, I want to do that, but we check if this is under the guidance of the scriptures, Guru and Vaishnavas, then we follow, because this is the way. Unless we follow we will be under guidance. We have no way to attain the perfection. We need, as in this world, the person to learn any matter, music or science, or they need to go to school and go to the university and learn. In the same way, we have a spiritual master. Krishna sent to this material world his associates, his manifestation. Yeah. The manifestation comes in the form of Sri Guru, who is a guidance for us. And then we take shelter of Sri Guru, and under his guidance, we perform every activity. Otherwise, our life will be spoiled. We can't reach any goal of the life unless we get the mercy of Sri Guru. And then we are in this school now. In this school, learning every day. We listen. This morning also we are listening this Anistita Bhajana Kriya, different levels, and we can, by listening, we know in which stage I am. I am very enthusiastic. For some time, one day very enthusiastic, other day no. I make vows. I can follow my vows. I am struggling to continue this process of spiritual life, because my senses are pushing me here and there, and very difficult. And in this way, he was explaining the process and the difficulties this process has. This process is very sweet and easy. Yeah, it is said, if you chant only once the holy name of the Lord, you can attain perfection. Yeah. Only once, it's said in the scriptures. Yeah, but I can ask myself, okay, I am chanting a few years, then what happened? No perfection, nothing is coming. What is that? Then in that way we can recognize that many layers of ignorance are there, and have to dispel these layers. And then we chant the holy name, and the holy names allow us to have sadhusanga. The holy name is no different from the Lord, and the Lord listening us, calling Him. They will give mercy to us to have association of saintly personalities. We come help us to reach the perfection of the chanting of the holy name, which is the chanting of the Sudanam, or the pure name. Yeah? Now in this stage we chant the Nama Aparat. Many offenses we chant without attention. We chant with material desires. We chant with the intention of be free from material suffering. These different apparatus. Or gradually chanting. The holy name itself will bring us to the platform of the chanting the semblance of the holy name, Nama Avas. Then is a great advance there. Nama Avas, the semblance of the pure name. But is again and again the scriptures say by the mercy of Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, even the holy name will reveal. If we chant the holy name, but we have no guru, no guidance, our holy name, for many lifetimes we can chant, but no, we don't see the results. Then the holy name allows us to come in contact with Sri Guru. And we have this very good fortune. We are in the presence of the personality of Srila Vaikhanasa Maharaja, who is the representative of our Guru Varga. We have here the photograph of our Guru Varga, or line coming from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And being in this association is very good. It's a symptom of the good fortune we have. Then we pray to Maharaj, with the representative of the old Guru Varga, that we can take some advantage and He can spring His mercy upon us.
Ambarisha Maharajा बोल सकते हैं.
The mic is stuck.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. पञ्चकवचव्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुरेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. I'd like to offer my unlimited Tamil saludos to my spiritual master and the liberation of Haridasa Thakura Namacharya and Srila Vaikhanasa Maharaja. Maharaj is present in front of us today, and it's very auspicious. I'd like to pay my obeisances to all the guests, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled here today. It's a very auspicious day today that we gathered to glorify Shri Radha and Krishna, the divine couple, and our Guru Varga, who have given this divine knowledge to help our spiritual life. And today is this very special, auspicious day because it's Ekadashi. Ekadashi comes twice a month, and we honor Ekadashi as the mother of devotion, who bestows devotion upon us. So by honoring her, we are requested, asked to follow the principle of not eating any grains. And there are 5 types of grains that we should not follow. And this process of fasting from grains has been coming down for many centuries, many ages as well. It's not a new thing, and because it is a scientific thing based in the material sense, in the physical sense of this world, that the pull of the moon has on the body of water in us. That when we eat grains, that body of water is pulled like the waves in the ocean are created by the cycle of the moon. the water in our body, we have almost 90% or more of water in our body. So when the moon is at a particular phase, that water is pulled in our body and it pulls the senses in us. So that if we want to control our senses, we have to refrain from eating grains, because grains take a lot of water to process. And this scientific reason for fasting helps us to control our senses, to be able to perform our devotional practice. So not eating grains is a way to control our senses and to help us to meditate on our process of bhakti. So this has been highlighted by a very great emperor, king, named Ambarisha Maharaj. And he performed Ekadashi very strictly. On the 8 days of Ekadashi, he would not eat grain, and he would worship the deity, worship Thakurji. He would clean, although being a great emperor, he used to wash the temple by his own hands. He used to go on parikram of the holy places by himself and perform the limbs of bhakti, of devotion in this way. So and there was a special way that we should break our fast in Ekadashi, and Ambarisha Maharaj, he follows this way, that he would break his fast on a particular time. It's called Parayan. The very specific time you have to break your fast, so that the fast that you've done is valid. It's not that we fast at a particular day whimsically. It's specified. So by following this principle, he was observing Ekadashi. It has so happened that one sage, Durvasha Rishi, he came to his hermitage, to his kingdom, and he approached Ambarisha Maharaj. And with this, Ambarisha Maharaj invited the sage, the great sage, as a king. It was his duty to respect the sages. So he honored Ambarisha Maharaj by saying that he would invite him to honor the breaking time fast, Parayan time, and offer him a feast to respect him. So Ambarisha Maharaj said, I will go in first, bathe in the Ganga, and perform my Durvasha Rishi would go to the Ganges and bathe, and then come back and honor his feast that he would give to Durvasha Rishi. So in this way, Ambarisha Maharaj took a long time to come back, and the time for breaking his fast was coming to an end. And Ambarisha Maharaj was in a dilemma. What should I do? Should I break my fast without receiving the great sage Durvasha Rishi, or should I wait and forego the time that I have to break my fast within? So in this dilemma, it's said that one can take the foot bathing water of the Lord and break fast in this way without disrespecting Durvasha Rishi. So, in doing this, Durvasha Rishi, being a great sage, he could see that what Ambarisha Maharaj had done. He had taken this Charnamrit water from the foot bathing of the Lord, and Durvasha, being a rishi that was very easily enraged, in knowing this, he became very angry, and he chastised Ambarisha Maharaj for not being respectful of the sages, of the rishis, of the munis. And like this, Durvasha Rishi showed his anger towards Ambarisha Maharaj, and he called upon a demon, Krita demon his name was, and invoked that demon to kill Ambarisha Maharaj. But this, seeing this, the Lord himself, he called upon his Sudarshan Chakra and cut off the head of this demon, killed the demon, and had the Sudarshan Chakra chase Durvasha Rishi in many, many different places. And you can imagine that this chakra, the destructive potency of the Lord, chasing Durvasha Rishi in various universes until the demon had nowhere else to go. He went to Brahmalok, he went to Shivalok, and he tried to take shelter in those places. but to no avail. Nobody could save him. So he was eventually had to go to Narayan, where the chakra had come from, and take shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Narayan. And Narayan said to him, I cannot save you because you have committed an offense against my devotee, Ambarisha Maharaj. So you have to go back to him and ask forgiveness for your offense. And in that way you can have this Sudarshan chakra withdrawn and your life saved. So this is what Durvasha Rishi did. He went to Ambarisha Maharaj and he fell at his feet and asked for forgiveness. And this whole process that Durvasha had gone to Satyalok, where Brahma was, to Shivalok, where Lord Shiva was, and to Lord Narayan, took a whole year. And Ambarisha Maharaj very patiently waited for Durvasha Rishi to come back and to resolve his dilemma of what Ambarisha Maharaj thought he had committed an offense to Durvasha Rishi. Being a very humble devotee, he could not honor his own break his fast properly without receiving Durvasha Rishi. So he waited very patiently. And this is the nature of a devotee. A devotee thinks that if anybody has made an offense to them, he has to be forgiven. He has to do some repentance. And this is what Ambarisha Maharaj was thinking, so he waited patiently for a whole year. And in the same way, Durvasha Rishi was also a devotee of the Lord, performing this pastime to show how great the devotee is, and how patient the devotee is, that if he had made an offense, that he would have to repent by asking for forgiveness at the lotus feet of that devotee. So in this way, the Lord is teaching us in this pastime as following Ekadashi, how important it is to honor the Vaishnavas, to honor the days, the tithis of observance of Ekadashi that this pastime shows us. The pastime of Ambarisha Maharaj and Durvasha Rishi. And it's very important for us to follow and to remember. So having this opportunity to remember that, I pray at the Lotus Feet of Srila Vaikhanasa Maharaja that I've tried to explain this pastime as best as I can. Vancha kalpa tribhyascha kripa sindhu devcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Hari Hari Hari.
Guravi Gaurachandraya Radhikavai Tadavai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Jayatang Suratur Pangor Mama Mandamate Gate Matsarvasya Padambujo Sri Radha Madanamo Dibbada Vindarana Kalpadramada Sima Ratnagara Singhastanastu Sri Sri Radha Sila Govinda Dibbo Preshthalibu Siddhamanu Smarami Sriman Rasarasarambi Vamsi Vadatakastita Karsana Venu Sanani Gopi Gopinatha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Sri Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna First of all, offer my humble, respectful obeisances, lotus feet of my Guru Pad Padma, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnu Pad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnu Pad, Ashtutara Satasya Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnu Pad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Gaurganda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Siddhar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnavis and presented all of my respectful guests. So just you heard that today is a super excellent, auspicious day. Why? Ekadashi Mahatithi. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also composed a Bengali song, Ekadashi-tithi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kari. Ekadashi-tithi, that is called Bhakti Janani. Janani means mother, she gives birth to baby. In the same way, if you observe Ekadashi-tithi, then Bhakti-devi will manifest in your heart. Ekadashi is very powerful. Ekadashi and Ekadash Indriya, how many are senses? 11. 5 working senses and 5 knowledge acquiring the senses. Then how many? 10. Then another, that is called mind. That is called Ekadashi. And in the day of Ekadashi, you have to engage your 11 senses to how to serve to Krishna. Krishna said, Ambarisha Maharaj, he engaged his 11 senses to serve to Krishna. Karu Hari Mandira Majana Visu. Ambarisha Maharaj, though he was the king of whole universe, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukdev Goswami Pad told to Parikshit Maharaj about the story of Ambarisha Maharaj. Ambarisha Maharaj, he was not only the king of one small country, he was the king of whole universe. That time only one country. One world. And he was the king of whole world. And maybe a question will come, how did he manage his whole world? Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaj is told, this is not your subject. You chant holy name, take Mahaprasad. Because one devotee asked to him, nowadays, many countries, and how many countries? About 300 countries. And many also politicians, many also what is called governments, but still difficult to manage. At that time, Ambarisha Maharaj, he is the king of whole world. But Ambarisha Maharaj, he always absorbed to serve to Krishna. But he control whole world, his kingdom, with his ministers. And he always absorbed with Krishna Nam and Krishna Bhajan, Bhagat Bhagat Bhajan. And for this regard, Sukadeva Goswami Pad told Parikshit Maharaj, Karu Hari Mandir Marjana Adisu, though he was the king of whole universe, but he engaged his hands to serve the temple of Thakurji with his own hand. Worship Thakurji with his own hand. And cleaning the temple and temple room with his own hand. And what is called?
Grooming.
Grooming, everything is own hand. And Karu Hari Mandir Marjana Adisu. And he engaged his ears to listen hari-katha. Shruting chakaram tat-katha, Bhagavad-katha. He always engaged his ears to listen to hari-katha. He engaged his legs to parikrama tulasi and dham parikrama. Try to understand this. Lord is very merciful. He gives us human body. This human body is very, very rare. Or only the human body we can to conquer this Maya and perform bhajan and sadhana to Lord. There are only other process. Human body. Dabda sudurla midang bahu sambhavante manusam artham anitam apiyadhira turnam jatena pated unmittam javat Mr. Sarvisa kholu sarvata sat. The human body is very rare. After 8.4 billion pieces, Lord mercifully gives this human body. If you lose this opportunity, not do bhajan and sadhan, again you wait 8.4 million pieces of body and come with rotation. And there are no also guarantee. Again you will take back the human body or not. You are theist or atheist, this is not our subject. And this is true, absolutely true. And Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence. Human body is very, very rare. And even demigoddess, those who are living in heaven, Sargaloka, they also praying to Lord, oh Lord, give me, take birth, human body. Manav. Because only the human body you can serve to Lord. Only the human body you can listen hari-katha. And only human body you can engage all our senses, serve to Lord. So Ambarisha Maharaj, he engaged all his limbs and body, serve to Lord. Karu Harira Mandira Marjanadisu, Shruting Chakara. And he also engaged his ears to listen hari-katha. He engaged his eyes to take darshan, beautiful form of Lord. Lingara darshan drisho. Then this thing. You believe or not? But this is absolutely true. Lord will not give again this eyes. If you not take darshan to Thakurji. Then Lord will say, I gave you 2 eyes, but you misused. Misuse. Watching television. Television good. You can watch though also. Nice Radha Krishna Lila. But you watching the mundane things, the Lord will be also saying, no, next life I will not give you eyes. This is true. Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence. I am not making fear to you.
I'm not trying to convince you
To fear.
to of fear. Create fear in you.
I not create fear to you. This is 100% true. Srimad Bhagavatam is evident. You understand? Lord gives these eyes. What take darshan to? His beautiful form. How is beautiful form of Lord? And if you not take darshan to beautiful form of Lord, the next birth, Lord will not give eyes. If you not listen hari-katha, next birth, Lord will not give the ears. Maybe ears, but you cannot. And hearing. That is called yours.
Deaf.
Deaf. Blind and deaf. Srimad Bhagavatam gives it. I am saying so. Ambarisha Maharaj, he engaged all his senses to serve to Lord. And worship Thakurji with his own hand. And he was staying in Mathura. Now that place also very close to the bank of Jamuna. That is called Ambarisha. Ambarisha Maharaj, he was staying in Mathura. Dinomeko nivasanam hari-bhakti-vilasa. If you want to stay in that place, Mathura, and Krishna Bhakti will manifest in your heart. Ambarisha Maharaj. And he performed bhajana. He told that briefly. Just I will not repeat this. And he also observed Mahadadasi Vrat. For that? Mahadadasi. And completely full fast. He did not drink one drop of water. Hari-bhakti-vilasa also explains how we will observe Ekadashi. Nirjala Ekadashi. Without drinking of the water. But his colleagues were, health is not good. All we are in the line of concession. Concession, understand? What is that? Because Hari-bhakti-vilasa explained. If you not observe Nirjala Ekadashi, so you can take some water, and some fruits. But in the day of Ekadashi, any method should not take 5 kinds of grain. Yes, in the day of Ekadashi, all kinds of germs of sinful activity remains in the grains. Don't argument. Well, how possible? Yesterday was not, or today is all the sinful activities remain in the grains. But he cannot argument. First, Jiga Shastra saying in the day of Ekadashi, any method, you should not eat 5 types of grains, rice, wheat, lentil, dal, barley, beans, all kinds of germs of sinful activities. Killing to the mother, Matyatta, killing the cows, Gohatta, killing the and Brahmanas, Gohatta, all kinds of sinful activities. So for this our Shastra, scriptures explain. In the day of Ekadashi, you should not eat 5 types of grains. Grain party. Otherwise, life after life, birth after birth, you have to suffer that reaction. And 8 years to 80 years, everybody have to observe Ekadashi. How many years? 8 years to 80 years. Who is here? 8 years.
8 years old.
8 years old. How old are
8
you?
years old, put your hand up.
8 years. Nice. And our Shastra explains 8 years to 80 years. Everybody have to observe Ekadashi. Yes. Very simple. And one day, if you will not eat rice, bread, wheat,
Beans.
you will not die. Will you die or not? You can eat fruits,
Nuts.
nuts, milk, yogurt. Only should not eat grain. Also you can also eat what is called buckwheat. Buckwheat. Make very nice, beautiful bread or pakora. No problem. And you cannot tolerate your hunger. No problem. You can eat fruits. And also, I told what is it? Buckwheat. And in that day of Ekadashi will die, our Shastra says. You will go direct to Guru Vrinda, Vaikuntha. Good Brahmana. You understand? This is very important. Ekadashi-tithi. Everybody has to follow Ekadashi-tithi. And Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence. Where? Jihano bhakti bhagavad nama gunadhyam. Jihano bhakti bhagavad guna namadhyam. Chetasna smrti tat charanara bindam. Krishna namoti jat sira ekadus. Sira ekadupi. Tana adhama asoto akrito Vishnu kritvan. Yamaraja. You know Yamaraja? Who is Yamaraja? Who is the president of death? Yamaraja himself told his servants, Jamadutas, messenger of Jamadutas. Listen, where you will go, where will not go. Jihano Bhakti Bhagavad Nama, who is not chanting holy names, bring my place, Jamaloka. And those who are chanting holy names, never go in front of them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My dear servants, please bring to me only those sinful persons who do not use their tongue to chant the holy names, and whose hears not remembering pastimes of Krishna, and whose heads do not go down even once before Lord Krishna, and who not and perform their duties towards Vishnu, which are the only duties of human life. Please bring me all such foolish and rascal persons. The Maharaj said. It's very important. Vishnu Kirtan. Vishnu Kirtan means Ekadashi Vrat. Gaur Janma Mahotsav. Appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ram Namami. The appearance day of Lord Ramachandra. On Janmashtami. The appearance day of Lord Krishna. Nishinga Chaturdashi. Very important. The appearance day of Lord Nishingadev Bhagavan ki. If you not follow this Vishnu Kirtan, then Yamaraja, he told his servants, bring my place. and especially Ekadashi Vrat. And Ekadashi Vrat means Krishna himself. And Lord himself manifests in the form of Ekadashi. And a very nice, beautiful story there also. And once Lord Vishnu, and he came in the place of Maharaj. And because Maharaj is called among of the 12 Mahajana. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kumara, Kupilamanu, Prahladu, Janakos, Bhisma, Bali, Vyasaki, Bayam. Maharaj himself told, we are 12 Mahajana. How many? 12. And great person. And they know all Ved, Puran, Puran, Tattva, Siddhanta. And so Maharaj he told. And they once Lord Vishnu came in the place of Maharaj. And Lord Vishnu was talking with him. And then in the meantime, Lord Vishnu, he heard some people are crying and suffering many kinds of distress, unhappiness. Save me, save me. Then Lord Vishnu's heart melted. Then Lord Vishnu asked Maharaj, who are crying? What happened? Lord, he knows everything, but he is asking for Loka Siksha, teaching for others. So Lord Vishnu asked, who are crying? What happened? That time, Maharaj, very humble, told, oh my Lord Vishnu, you know everything. The people, those who are not following the rules and regulations of the society and committing many kinds of sinful activities, they are coming in my place. Understand? That is called Jamaloka. That is called Narak, hellish planet. Many kinds of hellish planets, Narak. If I tell you, then all your hairs stand in end. You will be God, what is it? Srimad Bhagavatam describes this also. This is not imagine. So Maharaj he told, oh my Lord, those who are not following the principles, they are coming, this is my place, and they are suffering. And my servants, Jamadutas, they are bitterly beating. You read Swami Maharaj, Srimad Bhagavatam. Very nice picture also there. Also, Bhakti Bhagavan?
Yes, you do there.
There also. Okay. Then when heard this, then Lord Vishnu's heart melted. Lord Vishnu is thinking all the living entities, they are my sons and daughters. Amritasya putra. And all we are the sons and daughters of Lord. You understand? Bible also the same thing. And all we are sons and daughters of Lord. So Lord is thinking, my sons and daughters, they are suffering. Lord Vishnu's heart melted. Hellish friend, how the Jamadutas, they are beating. So now coming in this way. What is it? Then Lord Vishnu, he came in that place. When Lord Vishnu came in the hellish planet, then all the living entities who were suffering, they also very humble. So Lord Vishnu, please save us, save us. Then Lord Vishnu told, okay, now I am release you from this hellish planet. All you go back to your home and all you follow the rules and regulations, 4 principles. And especially all you follow the Ekadashi Vrat. What Vrat? Ekadashi Vrat. If you observe Ekadashi Vrat, then all your sins will be destroyed. And all you attain my abode Vaikuntha. Ekadashi Vrat is very important. Lord himself told, I will manifest in the form of Ekadashi-tithi. Ekadashi-tithi means Lord himself manifest. Ekadashi-tithi. So everybody have to observe Ekadashi-tithi. Different yugas, different Puranas also explain how Ekadashi-tithi manifests. There was one demon. His name was Mura demon. He got one benediction from Lord Shiva. You know Shiva? Lord Shiva gave him benediction. No one killed him. And for this regard, Mura demon, he declared, I am immortal. And it disturbed to everybody. Then all demigods headed by Brahmaji prayed to Lord Vishnu. Mura he disturbed to us. Then Lord Vishnu appeared. Lord Vishnu, he bitterly beat to Mura demon. Then Mura ran. Again and again, the demon, he attacked to Lord Vishnu. Lord can kill him. Because Lord Vishnu has Sudarshan Chakra. You know Sudarshan Chakra? Very powerful. This Sudarshan Chakra. But Lord, he did not kill him because Shivji gave him benediction. But this Mura again and again, he attacked to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu bitterly beat him. But he ran away. One day, Lord Vishnu, he was taking rest in one cave. That is called Lord Vishnu. He was taking rest, sleep. That is called Yoga Nidra. Then Muradaita is thinking, oh, now I can kill Vishnu because Vishnu is sleeping. Then Muradaita, he attacked to Lord Vishnu. And then when Lord Vishnu, he waked up from his Yoga Nidra sleep. Then Lord Vishnu saw Muradaita's body cut in pieces in here and there. And one young girl, lady, she also in front of Lord Vishnu and folded his hands. And then Lord Vishnu asked to that lady, who killed this Muradaita? That time that young girl, she told, oh Lord Vishnu, I killed. Because this Muradaita demon attacked you when you were sleeping. Then Lord Vishnu very pleased. Okay, Lord. And she told, actually I manifest from Vishnu, from you. And that time, that young girl, she told, you Lord, you give some benediction to me. Then Lord Vishnu told, what do you want? I will give you. I am very pleased with your this service. Because you killed this demon who disturbed to everybody. And that time that young girl, she told, oh Lord Vishnu, you give me benediction. Everybody worships you. In the same way, everybody worships you. Then Lord told, okay, I am giving blessing to you. Now your name is called Ekadashi-tithi. Bolo Ekadashi-tithi. Actually, that young girl is not different from Vishnu. Vishnu Shakti. Sapti Sapti Mato Dayor Abheda. There are no difference between Lord and his analogy. So Lord Vishnu told, from today everybody worship you as like me. Ekadashi-tithi. Actually, who is he? Lord Vishnu himself manifest in the form of Ekadashi. And Lord Vishnu told, one who observed Ekadashi-tithi, after his death, he will attain Vaikuntha. And this is very important. Ekadashi-tithi, bhakti-vilasa. So, there are many legends or many stories, pastimes of Ekadashi. So Ekadashi is very important, So saying in this verse also say Vishnu Kritvan. Vishnu Kritvan means you have to observe Ekadashi. If anybody committing any or is suffering any kinds of distress, unhappiness, if you just give your little bit or fruits of Ekadashi, also he will free from all his sinful activities. This Shastra also saying this. Just to tell you one story, Bhakti-Vilasa Maharaj, he told one story, very nice book. That is no story, that is called the fact, real. And one disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasvati Prabhupada, his name was Vaikhanasa Maharaja. Before he was royal priest, Rajpurohit, very tallest person. Before coming, before joining to in our Gaudiya mission, and he was
priest.
Royal priest, Brahman, and big body. And so, Brahman, they also perform fire sacrifice, doing many kinds of jagga. So one day, he went to his disciple's house to perform fire sacrifice. Then he got lot of donation, many kinds of donation. Like giving, and cloth, fruits, blanket, umbrella, everything, lots of. And then he put in his car, and he was alone, and drove his car. Coming back, and that's the ceremony. But on the way, big storm came and heavy rain. Then he thinking how to return back his home. That time he's middle of the way. And also that time at midnight, almost. And storm and rain and lightning. They think what to do now. Then he asked one villagers, and you had only stay in me. Just night, I can stay, and next morning I will return back my home. Then one villager, he told, look, here is one house is there. That house is completely empty house. Maybe 3-4 years, no one staying there. That house completely empty house. And two storage house. Then he also stopped his car, and he was sleeping in the house. Second, is called first floor, not ground floor. And midnight, he was alone. And midnight, when he was, and automatically was the doors and windows also are, and windows, up and down, up and down. Then he becomes surprised. What happened? Then he realized, oh, some ghost has come. And then he wakes up, he says, hey! Who are you? Huh? Understand? But no sound coming. Again, hey, who are you? Come in front of me. That time that he told, I am Brahmadatta. Do you know? Very powerful ghost. I will kill you. Huh? This is my flesh. Huh? Then Brahmanito becomes very powerful. Come in front of me. Eh? Then you hold one iron rod. Iron rod. Then Bhutas will not come. In your hand, any iron rod, ghost will not come. This is also process. He told, come in front of me. And in your hand, if you keep Srimad Bhagavad Gita, also ghost will not come. 100% guarantee. What is it?
If you keep the Bhagavad Gita
If you keep the Bhagavad Gita
in your home,
in your pocket, ghost will not come. Understand? So that Brahmadatta, Ghost. Only he is making the making fear. Creating fear. That time Brahmana told, tell to me, how will deliver from this ghost body? How long will we stay in your ghost body? Actually, ghost body means that is painful body. Our Shastra explains, those who are committing many kinds of sinful activity, they are going this body. Like a preta jani. Then Brahmana he asked, how will deliver from this ghost body? Then he told, if anybody give the fruits of his performing of Ekadashi. Then Brahmana Vaikhanasa Maharaja he told, okay, now in my life, I also observed many Ekadashi. So one Ekadashi fruits I am giving to you. Just it chanted, mantra, and offered. Then is that the Bhuta. Give up his bhoot, as he called it, ghostly body, and manifested very nice, beautiful, then some fire. Then he attended Vaikuntha. So, Ekadashi-tithi is very powerful. This is not the story. You can read his lecture. Bhakti-Vignana Bharati Maharaj, he told this thing. Bhakti-Vignana Bharati Maharaj, he told this thing. So Ekadashi-tithi, everybody absorb Ekadashi-tithi. Very important. Ekadashi-tithi Bhakti Jana. Even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of God, is saying Bhagavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, in the day of Ekadashi, should not eat any kinds of greens. Even don't eat Mahaprasad, grains Mahaprasad, which you offer to Thakur. In Jagannath Puri. Who in Jagannath Puri? Raise hand. In Jagannath Puri there is no Mahaprasad. Rice Mahaprasad. So Brahmana is thinking, we also sell this Mahaprasad. But Mahaprabhu told, no. Even the day of Ekadashi, not take Jagannath grain Mahaprasad. And you can say, oh, why not? But no, Shastra will explain this. In the day of Ekadashi, You can take some milk, yogurt, fruits, and also take, what is it, potato sabji?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, there are many things. This is important, Ekadashi-tithi. So today is very symbolic and auspicious day, Ekadashi-tithi. If your health is good, you can observe
Full fast.
Nirjala, full fast, without drinking drop of water. Or if your health is not good, no problem. You can drink water. You can take milk, yogurt. But in the day of Ekadashi, you have to chant holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is called Ekadashi upavasa. Sanskrit word. Upavasa means what? Upa means direct. Vas means to stay in front of Lord Vishnu. And upavasa. Sanskrit word. Upa means direct. Vas means to stay. You direct stay in front of Lord Vishnu. So how will you stay? That how to stay in front of Lord Vishnu? Chanting holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That means you are chanting holy names, means direct to associate with Lord Vishnu. Nam Sankirtan. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Savigra Purna Suddha Nitya Mukta Avinnatvad Nama Nama. You are chanting holy names means you direct associate with Lord Vishnu. And one who chants holy names, he is higher than Samavedi Brahmana. Aho Vato Sapachadu Garyan Jad Jahagre Bhartate Namatu Bam. Srimad Bhagavata gives evidence. And those who are chanting holy names, he is higher than Brahman. Which Brahman? Topmost Brahman, Samavedi Brahman. Different types of Brahman. And Chaturvedi Brahman, Divedi Brahman, Trivedi Brahman. And if you chant holy names, that means you are higher than Samavedi Brahman. Haridasa Thakura. He was born in Musalman family. Mohammedan family. But Mahaprabhu gave him title Brahma Haridasa Namacharya Haridasa. Because he chanted and 3 lakhs and holiness every day. And 300,000 every day, not one. 1 lakh he chanted holy names loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Or 1 lakh holy names you are chanting very softly and gently. Just listening. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or another 1 lakh holy names he chanted in his mind. For this regard, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him this title, Nama Acharya. He is the Acharya of holy name, Namacharya holy name. Brahma Haridas, his name is also Nama Brahma. Brahma Haridas. So that means one who chants holy name, he is higher than others. And even all the demigods taking Haridasa from Haridasa Thakura. Quite simple, because now one who chants holy names is higher than others. Nama Brahma. Yeah? And why I'm saying? Because in the day of Ekadashi, you chant more and more. Chant more holy names. Yeah? This holy names is very powerful. Especially in this Kali Yuga. There are no any other process delivered from this material world. Only Harinam. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam. Kalu nastiva, nastiva, nastiva. In this Kali Yuga, there are no any other process. By the way, karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya, austerities. You cannot deliver from this material world. Only Nam Sankirtan. Kita Dhyado Vishnu, Tretang Jajati Mukhai, Dapare Paricharjan, or Kalu, Kesava, Nama Sankirtan. In this Kali, Nam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nam Sankirtan. So I request everybody, chant holy names and be happy. Especially today, Ekadashi-tithi, Nam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is very important. And Nishi Jagaran, if your health is good and whole night you can chant holy name and completely what?
Stay awake.
Stay
Don't
awake.
sleep.
Don't sleep. And if your health is not good, no problem. You can take rest. Vaishnavas are not sleeping. And Vaishnavas, what they are doing?
Chanting. Hare
Chanting holy name, remember to Krishna. So all you are lucky. Because all you are chanting holy names. Who is chanting holy names? Raise hands.
Don't be shy.
Don't sigh. Stop bye-bye. Don't sigh. Bye-bye. Tata bye-bye.
Don't be shy.
Everybody chant holy names. And do bhajana in this life. And observe Ekadashi is very important. I will not take too much now. And they also drama and Swasti Vachana. And so you also prepare for drama?
Yes, they need some space.
Which drama?
The boats that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, to the birthday. Ambarisha Maharaja. Drama Ambarisha Maharaja. Very nice. Okay, Bolo Vrindavan ki jai. Bolo Govinda Bala Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bala Hari Gopala Bolo. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Giridhari Shyama Vanavare. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Giridhari Shyama Vanavare. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Giridhari Shyama Vanavare. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Giridhari Shyama Vanavare. Hello, Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Giridhari Shyama Vanavare. Mero Radha. And the Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Ram.
Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Ram.
Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Ram.
Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Ram.
Glass. Where's the glass? Okay, it's alright.
Radhe Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe Radhe,
Thanks, sir.
Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Ram.
Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Ram.
Let me some chair also can be that.
Maybe the few chairs can go back.
No, this is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is all fine. I have to inform you that you're all in the play, okay? You're all the wedding party,
We're in the
and
drum.
this is
We're the
boat.
wedding.
So when the wave machine starts, you all rock from side to side like this because you're all on the
हमको
boat.
एक्टिंग करना पड़ेगा.
Okay?
हम भी ड्रामा में बिठा दिया. So do you need the mic? Narayani Didi, do you need the mic?
No, it's okay. I've been blessed with a very big voice. Yeah, the blue one behind. Yeah, yes. You'll need to come in a little bit here. We need a space here for the standing part. For the children are going to do the wave machine, okay? This has been very short notice, so please do forgive it.
Please do that. On the side. That's the mission. The boat doesn't go anywhere. The wedding party. The wedding party. Your son.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming to the wedding for my beautiful son. There's my beautiful son. Oh, I love my son so much.
Where?
And look at his beautiful bride there. Okay, let's start the wave machine. And we'll start with the bow. Go! Okay. You don't need the noises. Okay. Hey, Boban! We need to take my son across. And we need to do it. Astrologer! How long?
Must reach before dawn, otherwise auspicious time finished.
Okay. So, we must be before dawn. Is your engine big enough for this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay then. Settle down everybody, we'll soon be there.
Just upside down.
Yes? Okay. I hope nobody is seasick. Okay. Oh, there's my beautiful wife. What would I do without her? Oh, so attached to my wife. I love her so much. Okay. How long do you think this will take, Bowman?
All night. Oh no, we'll arrive in dawn. A couple of hours at least.
Okay, so we'll be there in a couple of hours, okay? You okay, son? Okay, what would I do without you? Okay, you can never eat too much prasad, you know? Okay. How long did you say, Bootman?
Oh, 2 hours?
2 hours, okay. Oof.
Must be getting tired, huh?
Yeah, starting to get tired. It's very cold on this boat.
Some blankets?
Yeah, I have a blanket. This is your blanket? This is your blanket. Look. Don't let my wife see. Wait, whoa. Just you, my wife. You're my only attachment. We'll soon be there.
Are we there yet?
Maybe some blankets for the children or something.
Okay. Take some rest. Take some rest. It'll be a little while longer, maybe.
Okay, some blankets for the
Not
children.
quite there yet.
Keep warm. It's very cold. There we go. There we go. Okay. Are we nearly there? People are getting tired. People are asking. We've been on this boat 3 hours already.
Seems like it.
How long? When do we have to be there for?
Must reach by dawn.
By dawn. Hurry. Hurry. And be careful. There's this coconut tree on this side.
Always good. We're going now.
You be careful of this coconut tree here. If any coconuts land on my wife said. Yes. Okay. Oh man, this is taking a long time. I think you all should go to sleep. And
Take some rest. Take some rest. I'll just carry on, Marie.
okay. Oh, my wife's asleep. Get the blanket.
Wait.
Don't. Just look, be generous with the blanket. Smoking?
Times.
No, not allowed. And it's Ekadashi.
Okay.
Spoil.
Okay.
Don't throw him overboard.
Oh, go man.
Man overboard.
This is getting the daylight.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
It just takes a while to
Can we turn the lights off?
It's the coconut tree. It's this side.
Well, that's okay. That's the side we're supposed to be now. The coconut trees. You can see the coconut trees on one side, and then the vine on the other side. All is good.
No.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. We're nearly there. Very nearly there. Nearly find it. Quite a coconut trees.
Oh,
We are still tired.
what is happening?
Everyone tired, one
Too much blanket? Yeah. What? We've gone around in a complete
You're gonna
circle.
miss your wedding. You're gonna miss it.
Oh, now the boat has stayed attached. So now we've gone in one big circle, and now there is no wedding.
Oh dear.
Oh, you should untie the. You should not stay attached. Yeah. Okay.
What's the lesson?
Yeah. So the lesson, the verb part. Please, oh Maharaj, Gurudev, please could you tell the verb part for this story?
Give him the mic. So the purport of this story is that we have to make sure that if we're going to our destination, we're going to reach our destination, that we prepare properly for that journey. So we need a proper captain, we need a proper crew members who know what they're doing, and they're not delusioned or illusioned themselves. They're not taking intoxications, they're not indulging in gambling, smoking, etc. That we have a proper team, a crew. A captain should know what they're doing, and should know their crew to take us to our destination. This is the guru role. So we have to have a proper guru. And then we have to make sure that if we're going to reach our destination, that we don't carry extra baggage. We don't need all the anarthas, all the attachments in our material life, the attachments to our family, our friends, our bad habits. We need to make sure that those anchors are uplifted, taken on board on the ship that's going, that will be taken care of by the qualified captain. But in this case, we didn't have that scenario, so we're all stuck where we were before. Didn't get anywhere because the anchor has not been untied. Those attachments have not been released. So this is the purport of this story in brief that I hope I covered. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. He wrote this story. And actually, what the purport about this story? We are doing bhajana and sadhana. But if you not to give up your attachment with your family member, you will never attain to Lord. Because this boat, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, he told this story. This boat is what? Stay in one place. Because that the boatman, captain, he forgot to
take out the anchor.
Take out the anchor. And two anchors. One is front and another is back. Okay. Understand? Yeah. So he took the front back, a front anchor he also took. But he forgot to take back. So for this regard, the boat is going on the round same cycle. The whole line. But he's paddling, he's thinking, I'm going there. Actually, this boat is what? One place. In the same way, if you do bhajan and sadhana, but you do not give up your attachment of the material sense gratification, you will never reach your destination. This is the purpose. You bhajan and sadhana, this is true. But simultaneously, you have to give up your attachment. And many people, they are doing bhajan, many years they are doing bhajan, sadhana, they do this, but not give up their attachment. First, ankles
have to be pulled up.
But next is not doing that. So this your body, you are same in the same place. People are doing bhajan and sadhana. Why not advance their bhajan and sadhana? Why not realization coming? This is the reason. And you will do bhajan and sadhana, and slowly give up the attachment of your family. This is the process. Good Premanand. What is your same boat is your same place. And going this. The Sanskrit word is Jaiti Mire, Seiti Mire. That means you are same dark and never to develop your bhajan sadhana. And you have to develop your bhajan sadhana. How to develop your bhajan sadhana? Associate with sadhu sangha. Satang prasangat mama virjo sangvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha. Tajjo sanad asu apavarga vartvani shraddha roti bhakti anukramishyati. Without association sadhu, you never to give up your attachment. Then you cannot give up. Then possible. So need a sadhu sangha. Then when you listen hari-katha, then you realize. Realization will come. Then chant holy names, but simultaneously associate with sadhu. Sadhu sangha, nam sankirtan. What did he say?
Sadhu sangha, nam sangha.
Nam sangha.
Chanting the holy name.
Chanting holy names.
Associate with the
associate with sadhu. Then automatically all your attachment will go away. This is the process. And no need to give up anything. What you do? You stay with your wife, children, that thing. This is not the bad thing. But should not
be attached.
Be attached. Then mamatva sloko janesu sakkam sangsara chakre brahmatasya karmavi tan mayato. Asakta chittasya nanato bhuva. Vitrasuji told, oh my Lord, according to my karma, I can stay with my wife, with my children. No harm. But you give me one blessing, I'll never attach to you. You can stay with your wife, children, why not? Ambarisha Maharaj told. Ambarisha Maharaj, he was staying with his wife, with his children, all his family. Even he is the king of whole universe. Lots of wealth, money, everything. But he is completely detached from matter. And bhajana and sadhana. Srila Thakur. You know, name of Srila Thakur? Srila Thakur, he was householder, graceful. And he has wife, children, and everything. But perform bhajana and sadhana. And for this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every day perform Nam Sankirtan in his house. So Shastra is saying this way. You stay with your wife, children, no problem. And just you perform your duty. And take care of your children. Take care of your wife, everything. But we chant holy names. How we chant holy names? With Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan. Then when what predicted time will come, then automatically attain to Golok Vrindavan. As like snake. And morning I gave example. Snake, and when this time is coming, snake, what do you call?
Shed the skin.
Huh?
Shed the skin.
Shed the skin and coming out. In the same way, when you bhajana and sadhana, when your predicted time will come, then you attain to Golok Vrindavan. Sadhu Seva, Sadhu, Guru, Vaishnava, then when you pray, they will go to Golok Vrindavan. And if you not associate with sadhu, not listen to hari-katha, then you will be at same place. You will also
going round in circles. Going round
in circles. I don't know what you say.
Yeah.
That the boat is also. Only one place. This is the process. They have to practice devotional service to Lord. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So only thing, all my family's members, they are belongs to Krishna. You understand? This is not your wife. This is belongs to Krishna. This is not your husband. He belongs to Krishna. Krishna. This is not your son. He belongs to Krishna. And all your families, they are the servant of Krishna. So you're thinking, for this regard, our family, that is called
Krishna Sansar.
Krishna Sansar. The families of
Krishna.
So Mahaprabhu God is saying this. Krishna Sansar karo chari anachar jive daya Krishna naam sarva. What do you mean?
The essence of all religion is to chant the holy names of the Lord, to give the holy names of Lord to others and chant yourself. This is the essence of all religion.
Krishna Sansar. Is like make your family Krishna Sansar. Krishna Sansar karo chari. And so then you will not attach with your family. This is the process. Give respect to all the Vaishnavas. Your wife also Vaishnavi, and your son also Vaishnav, daughter also Vaishnavi, you also Vaishnav. So in this way, give respect to them. Understand? So for the Mahaprabhu, Krishna Sansar karo, give up the bad association. Asat Sangha tag. Your house should be as like Golok Vrindavan. Understand? Your house is called
Golok Vrindavan.
How will you know your Golok Vrindavan? If your all families members chanting holy names, doing bhajana and sadhana, that house is called
Golok Vrindavan.
Golok Vrindavan. This is the process. Or if the house is not Golok Vrindavan, then you are moving in one place. So chant holy name and make friendship with all the devotees of Lord. Understand? Your wife also Vaishnavi, and your husband should be also Vaishnava. Son also the Vaishnava. Krishna Samsara. That is called Krishna Samsara. What is your Samsara? Samsara, understand? Family of Krishna. Good Preman. Then who is that? Happy birthday.
Gopali. Would you like to come forward? Do we have some flowers, petals? Rati Predit.
Bring 9:30, no? Good.
Anandi Hari Hari Baba.
Hit the flower.
Should I do that? That's my phone in there.
Huh? Everybody? Ole wo? Take flowers and give blessing. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Pada Sada Pashanti Surayo Brahmanno Devayo O Brahmanno Dayacha Jagatitaya Krishnayo Govindayo Namo Namaha Tad Vishnu Paramam Pada Sada Pashanti Surayo Diviva Satsudadatam Brahmanno Devayo O Brahmanno Dayacha Jagatitaya Krishnayo Govindayo Namo Namaha Swastino Govinda Swastino Achyutananto Swastino Ono Bhagavato Dadatu Madhavo Vachi Madhavo Ridi Smaranti Sadhava Sarve Sarva Rajeshu Madhava Navastesa Jastesa Sudastesa Parabhava Jesa Indiravara Samo Vidastu Janardana Om Vishnu Tad Vishnu Paramam Pada Sada Pasyanti Surayo Diviva Chaksuratata Om Swastino Govinda Swastino Achyutananto Swastino Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu Swastino Narayano Naroboi Swastino Padmanabha Dadatu Swastino Shaksena Sesara Swastino Sikesu Hari Dadatu Swastino Nirtayo Hori Swastino Nasuto Ono Bhagavato Dadatu Swasti Sumangale Keso Mahano Krishna Chidananda Manoha Saraswaro Dadatu Om Sati Om Sati Om Bhavato Tamaso Mahajati Kamaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Gopali Devi ki Jai. Jai Krishna Matirasti. Prema Bhakti. We attain Suddha Bhakti. Okay?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Today is Ekadashi, so no happy birthday cake.
Cake. Where is the cake?
There is one. I'm just getting it, I think.
But you didn't bring it now?
Maybe they're getting it now. There is a
There is a cake.
Where is
You want? Chant holy name, be happy. Okay?
Cake is yeah.
Hello, Vishnavan Vihar. What is it? Put fire. बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की गोपाल अरे व्हाट इज राइटिंग हियर
I know what is
Gopali. This is what? 14. Gaur Premanande Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Nitai Gaura Hari. बहुत प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि हैप्पी बर्थडे योर हैप्पी बर्थडे wait you wish
When?
March which day 5th of March huh
12th and 29th.
29 March. Good. What is it? What is in your living? Okay. Diva Jaya Jaya Gurachame Harati Kasubha Diva Jaya तटवने जगा मन लोभा हरि जगा निर्माण लोभा जगा निर्माण लोभा हमार गौरांगेर आरती शोभा जगा निर्माण लोभा गौरांगेर गौरांगेर आरती शोभा जगज निर्माण लोभा गौरांगेर जय निताई गौरांग जय निताई गौरांग जय निताई गौरांग Oh, the king and Kaisa, Mame Godadara, the king and Kaisa, Mame Vasu Satadara, Nika Hare Basi Attain Gora Hari-bhakti-vilasa pada-sukhe bhati. Hello, Radhe Govinda Jaya, Radhe Govinda.
Radhe Govinda Jaya, Radhe Govinda.
Hello, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hello, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Hello, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga Jaya,
Nitai
Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Oh, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Shama. Nitai Pahima.
Nitai, 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 Pahima. Nitai, Pahima.
Nitai Akshama. Nitai Pahima.
Nitai, 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 Akshama. Nitai, 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 Pahima.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol.
Hari Gaura Hari. What did not eat?
No, just too busy. No, I did eat. I forgot. I took prasad, yeah, I forgot. I took very quickly.
Prasad is not eating.
Midnight!
Maharaj ki Swami Maharaj ki Ekadashi-tithi ki Samakarta Bhakta Vrinda ki Shirupanaga Guru Varga ki Gaur Pramanande. Please, everyone, thank you very much for today. The last copy of the Jewels of the Heart is there. So, the last copy that we have in Wales, anyway. Let's hope we can get some more on our next part of the journey to Glastonbury. Only a few more days left.